See this? Hey girl, hey, I'm Nessa. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about tools for your natural hair. I feel like we talk a lot about natural hair products, but we don't really spend time on tools. And I think tools are actually important when it comes to growing healthy natural hair. So we are going to change that today. I am going to share with you the tools that have helped me throughout my natural hair journey. So if you are interested, keep on watching. But before we get into this, do me a favor. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see here on the channel. Now let's do it. All right, so let's get into this video. Let's get this party started. I really hope that this is going to be a one and done, because this is going to be my second time filming this video. The first time I didn't really like it, and I hope it works out, because I don't plan on filming this a third time. You probably don't care, but if it doesn't work out, you probably won't even know. Okay, so let's just do it. If you're wondering about this hair, this is a wash and go with Eco Slay Jello Shot. I'll have the link for you in the description box if you haven't seen that one. Any of the tools that I am going to be talking about today, make sure you check the description box always, because I always link everything in there for you. So let's go ahead and get into this. The first tool that we're going to be talking about, I feel like is a necessity for anybody with natural hair, with anybody with hair anyways. If you want to protect your hair, is going to be a satin bonnet. If you are new to the natural hair game, you probably don't know, but you should know. You cannot be using cotton on your hair, because you are doing the complete opposite of protecting your hair. Cotton draws the moisture out of your hair, which causes frizz and it causes breakage over time. So if you want to protect your hair, you want to make sure that you are using satin, or also silk. I think silk is a little bit more expensive, but satin will work just fine. So I have multiple satin bonnets here. I have those two right here. Those are the ones that I use the most, but I do have other ones. I don't know, I just keep collecting them. But yes, I always make sure that I protect my hair with a satin bonnet. You can also use a satin scarf if you don't really like having something that covers your head the whole night. I know sometimes I kind of pull this away from my hair, so that's why sometimes I have this. It does definitely helps out a lot. And also the third option that you have when it comes to protecting your hair is also a satin pillowcase. So even if you don't have any of these, make sure you have a satin pillowcase, because a lot of times as well, you may be sleeping with your satin bonnet or your satin scarf. It actually goes away, you know, it comes off for whatever reason. We all know that happens in the middle of the night, and your hair is no longer protected. So when you have the satin pillowcase, it kind of gives you that double protection. Okay, definitely gotta have a satin pillowcase, satin bonnet, satin scarf, whatever you choose. If you choose to have all of them, more power to you. I even use a satin bonnet during the day if I'm not going anywhere, because the headrest on my chair is very hard material. So I will use that so that I can protect my hair during the day. Or sometimes what I'll do, I will just throw this on top of the headrest of my chair, just so that I can make sure that my hair is fully protected. But I highly recommend that you do have a satin bonnet, pillowcase, or scarf, whatever you choose to have. So let's move on to number two. Second tool we're going to talk about, I feel like is a must. It's a detangling tool. You have to have a good detangling tool. I know a lot of people preach about finger detangling. It's never worked for my hair. Just finger detangling alone just never worked for my hair. I have to have another tool. So if you are used to my channel, you've been here for a while, you know that I have been loving this paddle comb right here from Cosmology. I have been able to cut my detangling time into half ever since I've been using this, and you don't have a lot of shed hair when you're using this. So I really love this one. I will have a coupon code for you as well for any Cosmology tool. If you want something that goes a little bit deeper, like goes in the roots a lot more, I would recommend the Felicia Leatherwood brush. This is a brush that I was using before I started using the paddle comb from Cosmology, and I actually still use it till this day. It depends on what I'm doing and what I'm looking for. The teeth here are very flexible so that it moves with your hair. With the Cosmology one, the teeth are designed as if it was your finger. So if you love finger detangling, this, you probably will love this as well. So those are the two options that I have here, but of course you have several other options. You have several other options when it comes to detangling tools. I know the Denman brush has a detangling tool that's very popular amongst natural, and there's also the Easy Detangler. you probably will have to try to play around. If you don't have anything that you're using already, you probably will have to play around and see which one you actually like the best. Either way, I highly recommend that you have a detangling tool, because it definitely will change the game for you when it comes to natural hair, because you want to make sure that your hair, if your hair is not fully detangled, your hairstyles will not come out proper. So the third tool that I recommend for naturals, it's not really a necessity, but it's actually a good tool to have, is going to be a rat tail comb. A rat tail comb will help when it comes to styling your hair, and it has this little thing right here so you can part your hair. If you are bad with parting your hair with your fingers, this will definitely help out. So I think this is a great tool to have, not a necessity, but definitely something to have for your natural hair. So let's move on to the next one. So your next option here is going to be a hair dryer. A hair dryer, I feel like, is such a necessity when it comes to natural hair, because not only does it facilitate the drying process, but it also speeds it up. I know some people love to air dry, but for somebody like me with low porosity and high density hair, air drying just does not work, because it takes me days. So I need to have a hair dryer. The other thing that a hair dryer is good for is to help you when you are dip conditioning, especially again for low porosity hair. You know that your hair shaft is closed, and in order for it to open up and receive the product that you are putting in there, you have to have heat, and that's what a dryer is good for. I mean, you can use body heat, but for me, it's never worked out and it takes way too long. So definitely recommend having a hair dryer. You have several options when it comes to hair dryers. You can do a hooded dryer, the ones that you see in the hair salons. If you don't have any space at home, you can do a tabletop hooded dryer, which is an option, or you can do a handheld dryer. If you are going to be using a handheld dryer, I definitely suggest that you have a diffuser attachment to go with it, so that when you are drying your hair, you can get in the roots of your hair without disturbing the curls. But I really love having my hooded dryer when I am dip conditioning my hair. Stay right here. When I'm dip conditioning my hair, I can just sit there for about 30 minutes, and it allows me to do other things as well. So if I'm either on my phone reading or just doing some kind of work, it's definitely a good option to have. Now, staying in the heat family, the next option, the next tool that I feel like is a good tool to have is going to be a hair steamer. You don't know how bad you need a steamer until you've actually used a steamer, okay? If you deal with chronic dry hair, try steaming your hair, and it's going to make a world of difference. I remember going to the hairstylist, I think it was in 2018. Never used a steamer before. My hair was super dry. She put me under the steamer, and by the time I came out, I was like, I gotta have one of these, okay? So I went ahead and I purchased one off of Amazon. I have one of the salon style hair steamers as well, which I've talked about multiple times on the channel. But of course, you have other options when it comes to hair steamers. You can do the tabletop hair steamers. I'll make sure anything that I can find, again, I'll have it linked for you in the description box. So they can do the tabletop ones, or you can do a handheld steamer as well. It's all going to be up to how much money you are willing to spend and how much space that you have. And let me tell you, a hair steamer will elevate your dip conditioning session. Like, it's just, it will just change the hair game for you. So if you don't believe me, just give it a try. And even for sometimes, if you want to refresh your hair throughout the week, it's not wash day yet, but your hair is dry, you can still sit under your steamer or use your steamer and just infuse some more moisture. So a steamer, to me, I feel like it's definitely a must-have, and it has helped me out a lot. Now, the next thing when it comes to heat that I would like to share with you is a dip conditioning cap. If you've never heard of those, this is what it looks like. A dip conditioning cap is exactly what it sounds like. So if you are dip conditioning your hair, it's going to help with heat as well. Again, low porosity hair, you gotta have that heat, and that's the reason why I have that. If you don't have a dryer, if you don't have a steamer, this is a good alternative. Even if you have the two, this is still a good option for you to have, because sometimes you just don't want to be sitting under the dryer, and you may have other things that you need to do within those 30 minutes that you are dip conditioning your hair. So having that dip conditioning cap definitely helps out. It is very convenient. It is filled with flax seeds. All you have to do is put it in a microwave, all right? Put it in a microwave, heat it up, and put it on top of your hair. go about your business and then go and rinse it out. But make sure you follow the instructions so that you don't cause any damage to your home, you don't burn down the home and all that good stuff. So let's move on to the next one. I don't know what number we are at. I think I stopped counting at number 1, which is fine. So the next tool that I feel like is actually a good tool for you to have, and that's helped me out on my natural hair journey, is a pick. If you're a natural, you gotta have a pick. I don't know any natural that does not own a pick, or actually multiple picks. This is just 2 of many picks that I have. Of course, there are different options out there. You can grab them at your local beauty store, grab them off of Amazon. I also have this one from Cosmology, which I love a lot. If you do hairstyles like wash and goes, you do twist outs, braid outs, we all know that day 1 hair is usually very flat. If you need that volume, the pick is going to help you get that volume. And also, having a pick in your bag on the go is going to help you when you need to get your hair information. And this is why I love using this pick, because it's very small and I carry a very small bag most times. I usually have a crossbody bag wherever I go, so this actually fits very easily in my bag. But of course, you have different options when it comes to pick. This is definitely a great tool to have. Check the description box for all the links, and also a coupon code for this Cosmology one. So let's go on to the next tool. This is going to be a scalp massager. I have this little baby right here. It has been so useful to me. First of all, if you are somebody who loves to oil their scalp and just give it a good massage, this is going to help out, because it's going to help distribute it onto your scalp, but also help with blood flow stimulation, stimulating the blood flow into your scalp, and it feels good. Sometimes I just like to grab this and just play with my hair. But the other thing is that if you have a hairstyle you don't want to mess up and your scalp is itching, you can just use this and it just goes in very easily. You don't have to use your fingers, especially with somebody with long nails like me and who uses polish. Sometimes your hair can get snagged into the polish whenever it starts coming off. So this one right here is going to fix all those issues for you. See this? Yeah, this is definitely a necessity. I actually kept this one on my nightstand at night, because sometimes I just grab it and yeah. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just a good tool to have. So let's go on to the next one. The next one is going to be a shower mirror. Not just any shower mirror, but a fogless shower mirror. Don't just take your regular mirror into the shower, because a few things is going to happen here. If you use a regular mirror, if it falls into the tub, what's going to happen is it's going to break into pieces, and we already know what's going to happen with glass. And second of all, if it's not fogless, whenever you turn on that water and the heat starts coming through and the steam starts coming through, you won't be able to see anything that you're doing. So a fogless shower mirror is definitely a great tool for you to have, and it's very easy. You just attach it to a flat surface in your shower and you just leave it there. Whenever you're washing your hair or you're styling your hair in the shower, it's going to be easy for you to see whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter how much steam you have. Definitely a great option to have here. Let me see if I have anything else on the list. So next one is a spray bottle. You have seen the spray bottle so many times on the channel if you are an OG. Spray bottle is definitely necessary if you are styling your hair outside of the shower, because the hair gets dry, especially if you're doing like a hairstyle that takes a long time, a wash and go or a twist out, braid out, you're doing very small twists, your hair's gonna start drying up. So you can fill this with water and just spray your hair, rehydrate your hair as you go. And you don't even have to have water in there if you are a natural that loves to have different types of concoctions. I know people do aloe vera juice, different types of things that you can do. You can have it in your spray bottle. This is a continuous spray bottle. I love to use this one. There are other options as well, but you definitely need to have a spray bottle, have it handy. It is definitely a life saver. All right, so next up is going to be towels. I have this too right here. This is a turban towel and this is a regular towel. I use this, I think you've seen me use these on the channel already. So this really helps with removing excess water from your hair. So you're not using your regular towel, which again is going to cause damage, or you're not using just a t-shirt, which you're going to get wet and it doesn't really absorb all the water. So this helps with that. Or you can also, I usually try to wrap it around my neck sometimes whenever I'm styling my hair, or this towel right here is another option. These two right here are from the brand Aquis. There are cheaper options, which I can link for you as well in the description box. But whenever I'm not doing a wash and go, I definitely do not want to have too much water in my hair. So I will definitely use either this turban right here, which is the one that I use the most, or this towel right here, just to remove the excess water. So I think those are definitely great options to have. And when it comes to towel as well, another one that I definitely love and I have been using a lot, I think you've seen it quite a few times on the channel, is this one right here, which is called the wrapperoo. So this one, you wrap it around your neck, and what it does is it just prevents water. One thing I hate is when I'm styling my hair, especially when I'm doing a wash and go, my hair is super wet and I have water just dripping all over my clothes. So this one is going to stop the water from getting on your clothes, and also it serves as a towel as well for you to remove excess water. I'm not going to show you right now because I don't want to mess up my hair. I just did my hair a few days ago and my hair is looking good, so we're not going to do that. But definitely great option, and you can use this one as well for whenever you're doing makeup. Let me see if I can show you. I hope you can hear from the mic. See, this is so tight, so even if the water is dripping, it's not going to get on your clothes and it's not going to get on the floor because this is going to stop it. So I love having this. I think this is, it's not a necessity, but I feel like this is a good, it's a good tool for you to have. It just makes life easier when you are styling your hair outside of the shower, even if you're doing makeup, if that's what you do. If you have your regular clothes on, you don't want to mess them up, this definitely helps out. And it has two sides as well. It has the gray one right here, and it has this one, whatever you like. There are other colors. I think I may still be able to find it. I'll go ahead and link that for you as well in the description box. All right, so those are all the tools that have helped me on my natural hair journey, and I hope they can help you as well. I will have other links for you in the description box of all the products that I mentioned, and also a coupon code if you want to save on your next cosmology purchase. Now I want you to let me know if you saw any of your favorite tools here, or if there's any tool that you feel like should have been part of the list that I did not add. You know, I love to hear from you. Leave me any video suggestions, any questions or comments that you may have as well in the comment section down below. Now, if you are new on the channel, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and also ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. In the meantime, I have tons of videos on the channel already. I'll have some video suggestions for you on the screen. Check those out. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me today. I will catch you in my next one.